Experience a progressive lens engineered with AI from Essilor, powered by individual measurements of your visual behavior. A lens personalized to you by an Essilor expert. Discover Verilux XR Track and enjoy instantly sharp vision in motion and seamless transitions from near to far. Find your local Essilor expert today at Essilor.com.
Hello and welcome to Life's Too Important, the podcast where we discuss your favorite made-for-TV movies, whether you love to hate watch or hate yourself for loving them. Pour a glass of your favorite cocktail and join us. I am your host, Patrick Serrano, and my guests today are...
Yes, I am. Drew Current.
And I'm Natalie Moretti.
Yeah.
You forgot who you were.
Did you forget your name? Your own name?
I was thinking about so much.
Oh, I know. There's a lot to think about.
There's a lot.
We're back here again to talk about another holiday movie for the season. We're
It's
doing
Christmas.
We're doing the advent calendar of Christmas movies this year.
Yeah.
One podcast episode every day until
You guys
Christmas.
my
get
God.
a fucking episode every day right
That's
now.
going to be fun.
For 25 days.
25
Do you
days.
understand how much work goes into this?
A lot. And guess what? We're taking off January.
Yay!
You will not get one new episode
Single.
in January.
Zero.
So fuck you guys.
I'm going to listen to every single one, though. Ooh, I can't wait.
Exactly. And I'm like,
Woo!
if
I'm
an
so
episode's coming out every day, you got a lot to catch up
You
on.
do.
So you have January to catch
And
up.
I'll tell you what.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah, no, it's fine. But like, you fucking deal with it.
Guys.
And like, guys, fucking sorry, not
Wait.
sorry.
I've been catching up on some of these podcasts, and
Yeah.
I had some things I wanted to tell both of you.
Oh, great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
These
live
are literal
show.
notes in your book.
Yes.
Live
Because
show.
I was like, I have to remind them. Live show, you should do it. Absolutely.
We
Great.
want.
Charisma is there. Fans are there.
Okay.
We got charisma.
Wonderful.
Do you-
And it should be
so-
on your own terms. Like if you wanted to be in the living room and people were having drinks and whatever, like yes, I'll help. I'll
like-
make the drinks.
All right.
Great.
all right.
Okay. Wonderful.
If you wanted to be on a big stage, fine. You
Hey,
have my
let us know, because we just don't know. Like, numbers are weird with podcasts, and we just don't really totally understand it.
Sure.
If you want a live show, we would, Patrick, right? Am I right?
Yeah, tell them.
We're in the same.
well, I have to get my
Six?
Botox redone.
yeah, they can at least think about
Well, that's
it.
fine. You get.
I'm not camera ready.
You have a reservation.
Well, no, we wouldn't have to be camera ready.
Okay.
There's no camera.
Okay.
Yes.
The
Next.
other one was. I just like when you kept dropping things about This Is Us, like little
Oh.
things. And so I
This
was
Is Us.
like Mandy Moore, she calls
Yeah.
me, whatever.
Mandy Moore does
So
bully us. So.
maybe there's some kind of silliness that can
Mandy
be done
Moore-
with that. Maybe
Mandy
a
Moore, can you
segment
stop
or-
calling me? I just want Mandy Moore
Sterling
to stop.
Crate Brown maybe going back to like some of it.
Yes.
I
Yes.
thought that was fun.
I just wish Mandy Moore would stop calling me.
Yeah. It's
Mandy,
true.
I like-
please stop calling
yeah.
me.
I like
Please stop calling me.
all the praise.
I'm a married man.
Right.
Yeah, you are.
Probably at this time this podcast episode comes out, you'd be married.
I mean, I'll be.
I mean,
like,
you are.
I know you're legally married, but
I
at
see,
this
but,
time,
like, you'll have
you'll
had
be
a wedding.
Bahamian married.
Bahamas
Oh,
married. Yeah,
babe.
Bahamian.
Any other notes?
I guess that's it for now. But I
Okay.
just was like thinking, I was like, I love you guys, and that was
Oh, what a fun way to start
what
the
a great
podcast.
idea.
Yeah.
But,
I
like,
love
Man-
getting notes.
But Mandy Moore, chill out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
she
a
won't
married
leave you
man.
guys alone.
It's,
I guess.
it's scary.
It's the beard.
Right.
guess.
It's true. All right. So today we are talking about a Lifetime movie. Speaking of, I don't have a good segue for that.
Okay.
I'm just going to say the title. Christmas Reservations is the
Because
title.
Because we have reservations at a
Live show.
resort. In
for
the
your wedding. Yeah,
Bahamas.
it's
Got it,
true.
got it,
That's
got
a
it.
reservation.
Yeah.
Yes. The movie stars. Oh, sorry. This is in a weird. I'm reading this off IMDb. No,
But our
I'm going to go back
favorite
to my notes.
Friendly
You should go to your
teenage
notes.
witch.
The movie stars Melissa Joan Hart, who we love.
I love her. She's so funny. She's so,
fun.
smart.
I love that we've got her on Lifetime and not on Hallmark.
I know. Thank goodness for us, but maybe
But not with this movie.
So we'll see. Also stars
Well, yeah.
Michael Gross from Family Ties.
Oh yeah, good good use of him.
Yeah.
Outfits were great.
Oh, okay.
Markie Post from Wings.
So good. I don't know. I was like, oh, she's the mom from Dawson's Creek. Wrong. She's not the mom from Dawson's
Pretty
Creek.
sure she's from Wings.
But she's been in a lot. And
then
She's the mom from
introducing,
Wings.
probably I mean, probably some people know who he is, but I didn't know.
I know who it is.
Ricardo Chavira.
You didn't watch
Chavira?
Desperate Housewives?
Oh, wait. Oh,
He was Carlos.
He was Eva Longoria's husband?
Yeah.
Yes, he was.
I blew my mom's mind also while we
Wow.
were watching.
You're right. You're right. He was.
And he was on 6 Feet Under.
Yeah.
A little
no. Wait,
He's been-
he was?
He was like the cousin.
Of Freddie,
Yeah. Like
whatever.
the guy
Freddie
that worked
Highmore.
there. Yeah.
Freddie,
He's-
not
What's
his
anymore.
name?
Freddie Rodriguez.
Yeah.
He's
he
been
worked
in a
at
lot
the-
of horror movies.
Oh, really?
And
I think he's great.
That's
He's
how I
so
know him.
good.
He's so charming,
He's
so
great. He's
romantic. He
wonderful.
was Carlos
If
Solis.
this movie had one redeeming quality,
It was
it was
him.
that man.
It was the moment when he saw her for the first time.
Oh, yeah.
so
no,
good.
And that's it.
That's when I'm looking at, Piranha.
All right.
3D.
So
Fuck
I gotta
yeah.
say, Melissa
Fuck
Joan
yeah.
Hart is a lifetime legend.
Yeah.
She does movies every year,
feel-
from Holiday
do
in
you-
Handcuffs with Mario Lopez.
Would you say that she is the Candace Cabaret of Lifetime?
Yes.
Okay, great. Boom.
Yes.
We got it.
Before ABC Family died and became
I see.
Freeform, she did those movies, but
Do
they
you
were
think she
Oh, yeah.
would ever get on our podcast?
We
ever?
can-
Melissa Joan Hart.
Yeah.
We'd have to pay her because she's a
Yeah.
businesswoman and she will not do anything for free.
Okay.
That's fair.
But
fair.
she is
She should. She
she
should
is
get
a
paid.
Republican who is a social liberal.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
So she's
I
kind
can do that math. I can figure
So
that out.
she's a libertarian.
sure.
She's a Vermont libertarian.
Allegedly, we don't know. But
Yeah, yeah.
all I know is
Yeah.
that she's a Republican who's cool with gays and has said, like, I
Okay.
actually am very cool with gays and I want them to have equal rights and blah, blah, blah. And I'm
Okay.
on the record saying
Yeah, yeah.
this.
All
So
right.
we've talked about that before on the podcast. Just want to remind everyone that if there is a Candace equivalent of a Lifetime,
So
this
it
would be it.
That's true. It sounds very.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. This is
Yeah.
a Lifetime version.
But
I love her.
Candace has her own production company called Heart Productions,
yeah.
I think.
Who cares?
Oh, Melissa does?
Well-
no, Candace.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, so-
Melissa.
I was like,
She
well,
does.
her name is Melissa
She
Joan
has Heart
and
Productions. She
Candace
has her
has
own company.
Guys, this is the 5th episode of
Woo,
the day.
baby. I know. I'm proud.
My wine is flowing.
We
Melissa
have been
Joan
flowing.
Hart has Heart Productions. Heart Productions produces these movies for Lifetime. She's done a bunch of them. The last one was the one with the Nutcracker Drew with Barry Will.
Oh, the Magic
Wilson?
Nutcracker.
Oh,
Yes,
is he
but-
from Seventh Heaven?
Seventh Heaven? Yeah. That Magic Nutcracker
in it.
one we liked. I think we
Okay.
made Scott Hogan watch that
Oh,
one.
nice.
I think we did. Yeah.
And what's
She's-
interesting is
she's
it's
good.
the same writing partner. I think Juliet Gigolo and Keith Gigolo, same writing team.
Yeah.
I know, Gigolo. It's like Gigolo, Gigolo. You know?
I think it's Giglio
Oh, really?
Oh, I have cousins.
You know some?
similar-
or Giglio.
Whatever.
I don't
I'm,
know.
Giglio.
I'm saying Gigolo.
I like Gigolo.
Yeah.
Anyways, they're the same writers of
Giglio.
that movie, so I had high hopes coming into
Yeah.
this. Okay,
Cool.
The cast is great in this
cast
movie.
is great, but something happens, Drew, and
Something
we're gonna try to
happened.
explain it
Something
to you.
got fucky. Okay.
We're gonna try to explain it to you. It gets very strange.
I have a theory. At one point, I was like, if you told me this was an episode of Sabrina and she fell asleep and dreamed this, it would have been a cool episode.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Or if this was
Interesting.
an episode of Desperate Housewives and
Yeah.
he fell asleep
Yeah,
because his
interesting.
life was not like that on.
Exactly.
I don't know.
Okay.
Okay.
Whew,
Well,
but
we'll get to
honey.
it.
Going
So,
forward.
okay.
I will consider both of those.
Yeah, think it through.
Both
There's
of
some
those
lighting
theories.
choices that make you
Yeah,
curious
sure.
about if this is
No-
a dream or not.
I explained it like this.
Okay.
Think Love Actually,
Steve said Love Actually.
Okay.
where they
But
want
mad.
they introduce all the storylines, and then they want all the storylines to intersect.
Okay.
Yeah.
Think about that done terribly.
He's so
Oh,
bad.
okay.
Okay.
So
They-
it's a shitty version of Love Actually.
You got a lot of leads, and
Yeah.
there's a lot of intersecting,
A lot of things going on.
and a lot of things left
but they didn't do it
unsaid.
Exactly.
correct.
So we will try to explain this to the best of our
It's
ability.
so hard.
going to be confusing to you, Drew, and know that there are many storylines to keep.
I don't
track
even
of.
know
Okay,
everyone's
no,
name.
Thank
I
you
can't
for telling me
even.
that,
Yeah,
because-
and I did a good job in my notes. I hope of
Okay.
keeping it clear.
okay.
and
didn't.
also cutting out a lot of the fat.
Yeah, I didn't. There's people that I don't care about, and I didn't take
Sure.
notes on.
So we start off. We have a voiceover. It's Melissa Joan Hart, of course.
Yeah.
Her character's
star.
name is Holly.
I don't know. Oh.
It's Holly.
I wrote Melissa Joan Hart in my notes.
Well, that's who it is. It's her.
So-
she's exhausted, obviously.
She's like the 4th or 5th person on IMDb
I know. Isn't that
on this,
weird?
which is
Oh,
very
I agree.
strange.
This is weird. They list this wrong because Carlos Solis, whatever his real name is, Kevin is his character's name.
Uh-huh.
Or is it Kevin?
Ricardo.
I don't know. Ricardo
Chavira
Chavira is the star. Don't
So-
get it twisted.
Okay, great. Melissa Joan Hart is talking about the Tree Line Ski Resort. It has been passed down from generation to generation to generation, and her name is Holly, and she owns, or she doesn't own the resort. Her dad still owns the resort. Her family does.
Okay.
And the mom has died, and she is the events coordinator for the lodge. Okay.
Okay.
So she's like checking guests in,
Yeah.
and we are getting introduced to each guest who will be following throughout the movie. Okay.
There's so many.
The guests begin to arrive. We have
God.
Markie Post and her eccentric
Are
sister.
they actually
Kay.
sisters?
I thought it was Markie Post playing twins because
Okay,
they
look
look
identical.
so much alike.
Their last names are different, so I don't know the truth.
On the IMDb, Drew, her name's Kay. Look at her and Markie Post; they look the same.
They look the same. They were fun.
And I
I don't
actually
know.
was on Twitter,
Do
not
you
live
mean
tweeting.
Tay?
Oh, maybe it's Tay, and I wrote Kay.
I thought it was
Because
K the
that's
whole
what's
time.
written on IMDb.
You're
Sure.
probably right.
Fine,
I thought it
it's
was
Tay.
K the whole
But
time.
no, there's a K and a Tay.
I don't know who Tay
So
would
Kay,
be.
it's Kay.
Okay, K.
So Kay, the actress, what's her name?
Gigi Rice.
She posted
Oh, right.
on
Or Gigi. Probably Gigi Rice.
Yeah, Gigi.
Yeah.
She posted
Adorable.
on Instagram. She was like, "I get confused for Markie Post my entire career, and this is a dream come true to actually play
Oh,
sisters."
cute.
And I'm like, "That's adorable."
That's so cute because I thought they were
okay.
really sisters.
They look like sisters.
and they were
Hey.
funny. They were cute together.
So
Cool.
Kay is the free-spirited sister. Okay.
she loves adventure. and
Yes.
skiing.
She
Yeah.
loves skiing, and
Well,
Markie Post is maybe has cancer.
What?
And
That's-
she loves Christmas.
They don't say cancer, but it's implied.
It's implied so hard, and I can't.
Okay.
Even okay, we'll get there.
We'll get there. We're just introducing them.
But
So-
she loves Christmas in a way that I think all the fans of these movies, like not the fans, like the way my mom feels about Christmas time, like she's very authentic in her care about like it's not all about religion and da 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 da.
No,
it's about
no.
like
It's
these
about
cool
about
decorations.
magic and Santa Claus.
She's about like celebration, keeping people together, putting
Tradition.
cool ornaments,
And
up,
family.
tradition. Yeah.
Exactly.
Which is sweet.
And Kay just is like, I just want to ski and have a good time
Yeah.
in a hot tub. Next, we have an Indian grandmother from India.
Yeah. Who
That-
is she? Was she another thing? She kind of seemed familiar.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Her and her granddaughter are staying at the resort while looking at colleges.
Yes.
The daughter's name is like
I think it's Preena.
Prina.
Yeah.
And they both
It's a trick.
run into a boy.
Gorgeous.
Yes.
Yes.
Gorgeous.
Oh yes.
Well,
she
and-
was probably the best actor.
Yeah. Yes.
And
They
then-
are.
And her mom is Daddy.
It's her grandma.
Her grandma.
Oh.
Because,
Because her dad sent her
From
to
India.
America. Like so she knows which school she wants to go to. Most of them are Ivy League, and her and her grandma are on this trip, which is fun. I'd like
Yes.
to see that movie actually.
Sure.
Yeah, no, that's
They're
that's
on this
the
trip,
movie.
like going to all these different colleges.
We'd never been to the.
Yes.
It's
Well,
like, what the
And
fuck
Prina
going
is
on?
like, let's take a break for Christmas. I want to have an American Christmas. So she tricks her grandma. So grandma's mad. But
and Sarah Reed watched this with me, and she was like,
what'd she say? I
I'm
actually thought about
happy-
Sarah Reed during
yeah.
it. I was like, I want to know what she's
she was
saying.
like, I'm happy that Indians are being represented in a movie. They wouldn't give a fuck about Christmas because they don't celebrate.
No.
yeah, they
not
made
at all.
these characters really give a big shit about Christmas. Even her grandma, who was reluctant,
Right.
was still like eventually into it. And I
Yep.
was like, I just don't.
It wouldn't happen. There's also a little redheaded college boy from Dartmouth, which on the way here
Leo.
I saw a Dartmouth bumper sticker, and I was like, how weird.
I would. Yeah, that is the synchronicity.
And
Synchronicities, dude.
he helps them bring in the bags, and they think he's a bag boy, but he's not. And then she's like, "Oh, I'm going to talk about college later."
Dartmouth with you.
Finally, we have our Latinx dad, Kevin.
His two so stupid children.
His two dumbass kids.
They were so dumb
a
the
daughter
whole
and a
time.
son. And they are pointless and terrible.
But he is adorable from the second he's on screen. The dad. Let me be clear, Carlos.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I mean he's a beautiful
Ricardo.
man. He's a beautiful man.
Yeah.
Yes,
He
Kevin.
was
His name's Kevin in the
captivating from
movie,
the minute on.
and he is very, very charismatic.
Yeah.
So he walks into the resort, and Melissa Joan Hart standing there. They're standing across from each other. They look at each other, and they're like,
Gasp.
and then they run off.
And then cuts to the next scene.
yeah, it's like a commercial.
Which I
break.
thought was cool. I was like, oh, what's going to how do they know? What?
Right. What's going on here?
It was like, I thought that was like the build up. All of the introductions were way too much. I did not need to see them, but I did find that moment very compelling.
Yeah. Well, we're in the first 5
So
minutes.
wait. So they're scared of a guy? Of this guy?
They saw each other, and it's very clear because they're both good actors that they knew each other from somewhere else. But it hasn't. All the preamble that we've seen is baloney that we don't care about, and this has nothing to do with that. And they have a very primal moment where they see each other, and they're like, "What?" And nothing, and then poof, we move on. So I'm like, whatever's next is going to be amazing.
And then we go.
It
to,
wasn't.
It's setting it up. It's setting it up
Okay.
for the love story.
Yeah.
But the movie gets so dragged down in
By all
B
this
plot.
psychosis of this lodge.
It doesn't let the
It's like The Shining.
leads-
It's like I don't know what they're doing where they are.
right.
It's absurd.
So it turns out that Kevin and Melissa Joan Hart used to date in college, and they are very shocked to see one another because they've lost touch. And she like went to college for hospitality and was working at a very fancy place, but she moved back when her mom passed away to help her dad
Yeah.
at the lodge.
Yes.
Ugh, death-
And he was like, I
death
would
just ruins everything.
Her dad is the dad on Family Ties, so
parent-
he's like, I feel quite comfortable in this.
Right.
role.
A parent that just ruins everything.
And Kevin is a widower, and he, is like they're feeling each other out basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're ready to.
He's like, I'm not dating anyone, and
And the
she's like,
exposition
I didn't ask.
is like his wife died immediately after one of the children were born, so that's why it's okay
Yeah,
for
he's
him
been-
to flirt. It's like
She's been dead for a while.
he's like, I'm the only mother my kids have known.
And
So it's
then
okay.
Oh,
for
he
them.
said that.
Yeah.
there's a flirty.
He's the murderer.
Right.
if
Yes.
if it could have gone there, but it
Sure.
didn't.
There's a flirty snowball fight that happens between Melissa Joan Hart
Oh,
and
that's
Kevin.
fun.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I'm like, oh great, but then the kids show up, and I'm like, kids, get out of here! Like what?
Yeah, fuck off.
Like what's
the
going
kids
on?
Throw one, and then it's a hug fest. It's
And then
too
the
much.
kids
I hate
find
those kids. Those kids make me so mad. Here we
they
go.
find a dog,
Mm.
a stray dog.
The dog's
Wait,
a
they
bad
just find
actor
the dog?
compared to the
They
other
find a dog. They really wanted a dog, and in a previous scene, Kevin's like, "Oh, you can get a dog if you can speak dog," and then he's like, "What does this mean? Rough, rough."
And he
they're-
like smiles like best dad trick ever.
and they're like, "Go for a walk," and he's like, "Nope, it's I'm dying
I'm
from
dying."
eating chocolate."
yeah, right. So stupid.
You know,
And they-
because we all know the dog dies in the end. Natalie said at the beginning, or was that this podcast? I don't remember.
I don't know.
Oh, what?
Anyways,
dog dies at the end.
I think it was the other podcast.
I'm
And
done.
the-
I'm done.
This dog lives, and it's probably 6 different golden retrievers playing this dog.
it
It's so
shouldn't
stupid.
live.
But basically, they adopt the dog and put reindeer antlers on it because the dad said they couldn't have a dog, so they'll have a reindeer instead.
And it made me so mad. These kids were clearly smarter than that.
These kids
And
are
they
like
just-
10 and 15.
They spent probably 25 minutes
So they're
making
not
the
like-
dog into a reindeer.
So they're not like kids. They're like teenagers.
They were like
preteens.
10, 12, 13. I don't know.
Okay.
So,
They're cute. They're just dumb.
yeah, Christmas trivia happens. Kevin knows all the answers.
There's a series of events at the hotel that are all related to the week of Christmas, and so like they're like very intense, like trivia, a reading of Charles Dickens,
and it's all
for
Melissa
Christmas,
Joan
like-
Hart being the event coordinator,
Yeah.
planning all the things.
Okay.
But you only see the people that you saw in the intro at every event, so it is curious. Like,
It's weird.
are other people staying there or not?
Probably.
Or is this a 10-person in?
Yes. So they do like a rapid fire question thing,
Oh,
and he
gosh.
keeps like getting the answers right, and she gets more frustrated. And then in her frustration, she says,
Here's a question. Why did we ever break up?
yeah.
Oh.
On the microphone
And then everybody's
for
like,
all 10 people.
everyone's like, huh?
Everyone's like,
And
what the
she
fuck
gets
is going-
embarrassed and like
And
runs off.
grandma is like, oh, what? Drama? She's into
She's into it.
She wasn't into American Christmas, but this moment she's into.
Yeah, no.
Yes.
She's
It starts a whole thing.
while she's making waffles, I assume.
They're all
Right.
at trivia, but they don't want to be at trivia.
No
is
one's
what I
doing
took
it.
from it.
So he finds Melissa Joan Hart afterwards, and he's like, "That was a little awkward. What happened there?" And she's like, "I didn't realize I was on the mic, and I just
Her dad
caught
is
up in the
also
moment."
like,
Yes.
what happened there? And I'm like, this is way too much for one person.
Everyone's talking to Melissa Joan Hart, and she's like, he sees that she's been looking at a yearbook, a college yearbook.
Okay.
He's like,
she
"Well,
just
what
had
is
it in
this?"
the office.
She just had it in the office, and she's like,
College yearbooks.
"I guess." My dad actually
yeah.
has a college
Yeah.
yearbook.
Oh,
They kind of comment on that it's
Yeah.
not that typical,
maybe for the
but
Ivy
some people
League,
do
the
it.
Ivy Leagues or something.
Yeah.
Because where'd they go? They went to.
I don't know. I don't care.
Oh,
So
they
they-
went somewhere.
He's like, "I know it's a high school thing, but can I sign your college yearbook?" And he writes in Spanish a message,
Yes.
and she's like, "I don't speak Spanish," and he's like, "Too bad."
oh
too
yeah,
bad, motherfucker.
And he's like, "Hey, are you still into photography?" And she's like, "Oh no, I gave that up."
that was stressful.
And then that's gonna come back.
He's
Yeah,
like, what
yeah.
does chinga
It came
tu
back-
madre mean?
it came back very quickly.
Right. So the 900B storylines are still happening, and they are the majority
yeah, the
of this
teens
movie.
are like meeting up in the hot tub. Grandma's intercepting, but there's like sentimental moments, not sentimental moments.
Mm-hmm.
The kids keep dressing this frickin' dog up like a
They
reindeer.
do. And also Markie Post and Michael Goss, the dad, are becoming closer. So like she and him are hitting it off, but she has cancer, air
Yeah.
quotes.
She
So
keeps disappearing and trying to call Dr. Fullerton, who doesn't pick up, which, like, we've all been there where they want to talk to you on the
Look,
phone
we
live.
all have.
We've all been back and
we
forth.
all have a Dr. Fullerton.
But she really, her acting goes from, I love Christmas, it's the best thing that ever happened, to, it's a terminal diagnosis.
right. And she's like,
Like
"This
a light
is my
switch.
last Christmas ever."
Like a light switch.
Yeah.
Back and forth. And it's a lot for a viewer to,
Well,
to
because
go
you're like,
through.
how serious should
How
I be
serious,
taking this
yeah.
cancer storyline? Like, they're not taking it very serious.
Right.
But
They're just peppering it in.
So there's
Yeah.
a cancer storyline?
it was like whiplash the way
It's-
they were sharing it.
they never say what it is. But the way she's acting, it's like she's going to be
waiting
diagnosed
for
with cancer.
yes, for results, for
You know,
confirmation.
I'll give them this. If they don't know, like if the writers and the directors
Mm-hmm.
don't know, like, what terminal
sure.
diseases
Disease.
are,
Yeah.
great. Don't specifically name
Yeah,
it.
that's a
because
good
that's
point.
like don't
Fine.
like because
She's waiting for the call for a terminal illness.
Right.
How about that?
She has a terminal
Right, right, right.
illness.
We didn't
waiting for
even
a call.
mention there's a hunk, like a used to be hunk
Olympian
around.
skier.
He used to be a famous skier.
There's a hunk.
Yeah.
He's not
well,
a
he's
hunk.
not a hunk. He's not a hunk.
Not a
He's-
hunk.
He was on Married with Children, I guess.
Oh, was he?
Because Steve was very excited to see him.
Oh, God, this guy was terrible. He had his shirt off the whole
He
movie,
was-
and I was like, put it away, girl.
He was acting with the most capital A of everyone in
was
the movie.
awful.
And it was,
was in-
too much.
He was like the neighbor
he
in
was in
Married with
Married-
Children.
Yeah, he
Oh,
was the
really?
neighbor, the dad or the husband of the
Ted
neighbor.
Bundy. Ted Bundy.
Yeah, right?
Al Bundy.
We could go. Do you guys want to go down there?
Oh, here we go. It's a new podcast
Hey,
now.
it is Lifetime. Okay.
Okay,
All right,
whatever.
we got to get back on track.
Okay,
We
okay.
got to finish this.
But
shit.
that's what happened with the reservations.
Right.
Wait, should we even say they used reservations so much? Every single character had a moment to say, I have reservations about sharing blank, or I have like the first sentence Holly says is I have reservations about romance. So it was like one of those ding, they said it.
Yeah.
Everybody had reservations and we heard about them.
It was like
And it wasn't like hotel reservations. It was like
reservations
Meh,
about
meh, meh.
the next
yeah,
step
I
in their
don't- I
life,
don't
the thing
like
coming up.
This thing, yeah.
It's bad.
it was way too much. It was unnecessary.
So
It's like saying trigger too much. Like
Sure.
when people be like triggered.
Melissa
Yeah.
Joan Hart and Kevin are falling in love again for no apparent reason, because it's very unearned.
Very unearned.
They kiss on a swing and they hold hands while doing a puzzle.
Yeah.
And Kevin is
on a swing and doing a puzzle.
Yeah.
not at the same time.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Separate
but
times.
Kevin's also like offering up suggestions about how to make the resort greener because he is
He's Mr. Green.
I forget what that's called. Like
He's an environmental
Specialist, something.
startup guru.
Sure.
I don't know.
like he suggests wind turbines for the ski lift
Yeah.
to make it wind powered instead of electrical, and they dance and they speak in Spanish, and
she's actually knows some Spanish.
She learned Spanish. So she could translate that.
Was it
thing.
overnight? I don't know. Because he's like, hey, your Spanish did get better, and she's like, yeah.
Yeah. So she translates the yearbook thing, and she's like, I'm gonna break up with you because this could never work.
I'm from the city.
Right.
I know Spanish.
Yeah, because she's very like that's also unearned. Where she's like the dad is young enough and chill enough. And the business is not that big of a deal, clearly, to either of them. That he's like, we're either like every scene.
Well,
the dad is like,
is the dad the?
It's the dad from Family
Ricardo?
Ties. No. It's the Michael whatever.
Yeah.
Drew's so lost in this plot.
Yeah, of course.
I'm so it's all over the place.
The whole idea is like we're supposed to be Holly's our main character, sure, and she's like, I gotta stay here for my dad. Dad is
Her
fine.
dad is Michael
Dad
Gross.
is chill.
Yes,
Yeah.
and he's with Markie Post.
He's totally fine. He's flirting with
Cancer.
a guest, which like I imagine every year he's got a guest that he's finding cute and flirting with.
Yeah.
So
Every time the romance picks up, she's like, "Oh, I can't. I gotta stay here with my dad." It's a song.
and run the resort.
Because her dad had to fight the underground worms, the tremors.
great.
So she's
Great.
dealing with that.
So okay, the Olympic skier eats wings and talks to the
A dog.
the reindeer dog. I wrote that because that was really weird.
They do a scene where you can only see him, and he's having a very big moment, and they don't pan out. And we called it in my household. We were like, they're gonna pan out. It's gonna be the dog.
He's
And it
talking to
was.
the dog, eating wings in a hot tub.
And
I
dog's not a good actor. The dog's not even looking.
No. Okay, moving on.
the dad, yeah.
Christmas happens. Everyone gets meaningful presents, and except Markie Post, she wishes not to have cancer. But oh wait, the doctor calls, and guess what? She's fine.
Christmas Day, Dr. Fullerton's working.
Yeah, and she gets a call. She's like, "Guys, I'm fine." And everyone's
Still
like,
no description.
"Nope."
Just fine.
And they're
She's
like,
just
"What?
good.
You were sick? We didn't know."
She even has a moment where she's like on the phone. She goes, "Are you sure?" So that is good news. And I'm like, what could they possibly have said that would make those questions come up? But
Right.
Whatever.
Then they all sing a Christmas song to celebrate, and then they do a Bollywood dance number, and I'm like, well, what's happening?
the lights, that's when the
Bollywood-
lighting was weird.
It was
on.
like a club
Yeah.
lighting,
It was
Okay.
red light.
Bollywood dancing.
They do a Bollywood-
Yeah.
I should play Indian music and
Yeah.
not do my racist
That-
interpretation of it.
The grandmother and the daughter who are from India on their college journey did it, but they did it because it's unclear why they did it. They were just like, I know why. One of the events was entertainment and it canceled. So everyone kept being like, oh boy, sorry, this 10-person weekend is going to be anticlimactic because there's no entertainment. And then
man.
the grandmother and the granddaughter were like, we'll do a dance. And they did. And people danced with them, but they didn't even try to like join in. So it was like, I don't know.
So right now we're gonna try to do a Bollywood dance.
Yeah. It was like yeah. That's like what they were doing.
We're all shaking our hips.
Yes.
And we're doing our
The lights
shit.
went out and then the lights came on and it was like dance, which was really fun. But like we weren't sure who was even friends.
Have you never seen Bunny Lava?
What did you find? What
Oh,
are you
this is-
playing right
this
now?
is my-
So, oh my God. Patrick is showing me a video,
It's called Bunny Lava on YouTube.
and it looks like the Bollywood version of, I would say,
Grease?
He's
more
good.
like the Michael Jackson video.
All right.
This guy has a.
That's good.
We'll watch that after because it's basically like an Indian Bollywood movie, and they subtitled it in English with what
Okay.
it sounds like,
Oh.
like what
Just
what,
what it
it sounds like the lyrics are, and
I don't know.
it's hilarious.
They don't
But
actually
Bunny
know.
Lava on YouTube, plugging
Ooh, it
plugging
sounds
that over
fun.
this movie.
Okay.
All right, so Bollywood happens. B storylines all wrap up. The guests are all getting ready to leave the resort.
Yeah.
Holly or Melissa Joan Hart is like crying as Kevin leaves, and her father is like, "You're fired from the resort."
Oh yeah, he fires her with
To
a
add
cute little
insult to
letter
injury, he's like, "You're fired."
with like a severance
fires
check
who?
with like
His
exos.
daughter.
Ooh.
He fires his own daughter?
He fires
Yeah, because
Melissa
he
Joan
knows
Hart.
she wants to go be in love.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
You know what you'd do
he
if
does
your
like
daughter wanted to go.
He does like a fun firing where he's
Oh yeah,
like,
it's cute.
"Look,"
There's XOs on the check,
He's
the
like, "You're
severance
fired."
check that he gives her.
I didn't think it was that cute. I thought it was rude as hell.
Well, it's stupid because he clearly has no talent for running the hotel. I mean, there's a lot. Like he hires his girlfriend, his new girlfriend, his flirt friend.
So
Markie
he's
Post.
like, you don't want any part
He
of
goes,
this
I
shit."
got her. He goes, I got Kay to help me. You can take off. So her hospitality
But
degree
Dad,
is worth
I
a seasonal
just-
guest.
But Dad,
It was psycho.
Oh.
This movie was nuts. The ski lift broke. It all happened.
But really, we need to focus on the Bollywood.
wait, the ski lift broke?
No, it shut down for a
Forget
moment.
All right.
It's just
God.
so much.
Basically, whatever. It ends and they get together, and that's fine. Okay? That's the end.
She
Yeah,
leaves
okay.
her home, her hotel home, with zero luggage to go start her life in Buffalo,
Oh,
New York.
also, the resort becomes the first sustainable
This-
resort
Oh yeah.
in America.
Oh yeah. They
This
go.
is in fucking Buffalo,
no,
New York?
no. But she's going to Buffalo. That's where Kevin is from.
That's where he's from Buffalo.
Yeah, they don't really mention it
he
until the
gets
very
her
end. He
to
keeps
go
saying
to Buffalo?
Yeah, he keeps saying wherever I am, like that's where the kids are. So we can't be together. And she's like, yeah, we can't be together. I'm here. And then finally, when she goes with them, it's truly as quickly as your Uber coming is when she makes the decision. Everyone goes, it's gonna happen. So everybody runs in. He's in a car already going to the airport to go back to Buffalo. I think they're in Vermont or somewhere. I don't know.
This
I couldn't tell you.
All right. Okay. So we are going to either pour it up or put a cork in the movie. We'll start with Natalie.
I have to put a cork in it.
Yes.
I've also never watched a Lifetime Christmas movie.
Well, I'm sorry that this was your first one.
Yeah.
And I do love Melissa Joan Hart. I watched Sabrina, the Teenage Witch recently. I've watched that TV show.
Yeah.
Because I've watched
She's
so many
great.
hours of it. It's comforting to me.
Yeah.
And Clarissa is also comforting to me.
Of course.
Thanks.
Yeah.
True?
I'm gonna fucking put a cork in it because I don't know what the fuck just happened.
You don't, like, we didn't have a lot to work with. You have even less to
I know.
work with.
I don't know what the fuck just happened, guys.
Don't go for it.
All of a sudden, like at the very end, they're in Buffalo.
They never
No,
show
they don't
it.
actually
But
go
she
there.
goes, I guess I'm going to, like,
But
he's like, come to Buffalo with
he's like,
us.
come to Buffalo. And she
Yeah,
goes
that's
to
where they
Buffalo?
live,
No.
yeah.
Melissa Joan
I bet
Hart
they move.
would never go to Buffalo, New York.
I
Ever.
bet they move.
I think she's from New York.
She
I mean,
probably
she's
is.
from the state of New York.
Oh.
I don't think she would ever go to Buffalo, New York.
I would with Kevin.
I don't know what Buffalo, New York is. So I know
Buffalo-
Buffalo chicken. Okay.
No,
Hmm.
Buffalo, New York is upstate New York, and it's like
But
a
she's
shitty
from
place.
Cold Town.
Well,
She's
what's
from.
that? Don't insult the Buffalo town. What if we have listeners in Buffalo
Yeah.
town?
I've
Then
heard good
they
things.
know exactly what I'm
If
talking
Ricardo
about. Buffalo
Chavira
is
invited
shitty.
me to Buffalo, I might go as well.
All right.
Yeah,
all right.
I guess okay. If Ricardo, if
okay.
Ricardo asked me to go to Buffalo, I might.
I'm
go
putting
to
a cork in
Buffalo.
this movie.
Okay.
Obviously, the B storylines were too much. It was very confusing, and I think that Melissa Joan Hart didn't want to do the heavy lifting this year. Maybe
Yeah.
she did a lot
That's a
last
great
year,
point.
and she was like, "Oh, maybe the other
She's
people
busy.
can carry the movie, and
She
I'll
had
just
some other
pop
things
in and
going
out."
on.
Like she was
Yeah.
in the movie, percentage wise. If we were gonna say like what percentage, I'd say 20%.
I totally
at
agree.
tops.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she wasn't in it
And,
very much at all.
you
Who
know,
was?
No one. If you're going to advertise it as a Melissa Joan Hart movie, I
Yeah.
need
Like
her
a Melissa Joan
in
Hart
the
joint.
movie.
Yeah, you need.
Don't
that
waste my
joint.
don't waste
Yeah.
my time with this.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Not that I'm saying POC representation isn't important because we did do a good job at that.
Yeah.
Very
but at what cost? Like
Yeah.
what?
What
They
have we
didn't
done?
go for any story. It's
No.
like they shy.
What have you
It's like
done?
what you said. They were going for like kind of a Love Actually. All these stories will tie together, but they only thought about how they tie together. They didn't think about where they came from.
Right.
This was like very confusing.
And
I know,
and so
to
Steve
me.
brought up the Love Actually moment, like the idea of all of that. He's like, it's like a bad version, whatever. And I was like, good point, because I actually think Love Actually is a good movie.
And Steve is your husband.
My spouse, and he
and he
didn't care for this one.
Yeah.
He didn't watch the other one though.
We'll
Well,
be
there you
clear
go.
to who Steve is.
Yeah.
Who also is on
He's on here.
Yeah, he's on the old Universe
Okay.
podcast.
Okay. All right.
What do you got?
All right. Let's do a Candace.
We'll do a Candace.
I'm nervous.
What you say, Candace Cameron Bure. On my wedding day, catch the bouquet. Candace hates the gays. Candace Cameron Bure. Drinking rosé, eating creme brulee. Can't share with me. Candace Cameron Bure. Yeah. What you say, Candace Cameron Bure. Okay, what you say, Candace Cameron Bure, the segment where we watch Candace's Instagram and we talk about it.
What did you say? Oh, Candace, what did you say?
Alrighty, so we have a Candace today, and we will just jump right in. Okay.
Chronicles. Happy Sunday. Happy Fun Day Sunday. I really had the best morning. Went to church with Natasha, and then we had brunch.
It's her daughter.
She sings,
But then I
right,
came
Natasha?
back to get in my car, and I couldn't get in my car from my driver's seat because the person that parked next to me parked so close, I couldn't open my door.
Those fuckers.
That means church is busy. Oh.
She's going through it.
Just taking a breath.
Yeah, I crawled in over the passenger side.
You're so tiny, of course. Think about folks that
Sometimes
can't.
I'm like, really, people? Really? Okay. All right. Blessings.
Okay.
Blessings.
Yeah. So she's livid.
She
That's Candace
should
mad.
be.
That's Candace mad.
She fucking should be mad.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fuck.
You think maybe
You.
she has an oversized car?
Maybe.
Oh, totally. She has a big old fucking whatever. What's
Oh, Candace.
what's a big car? What's an
Range Rover.
An Excision?
I don't know.
I don't
Spaceship.
A spaceship.
She's in a
A
four-wheel
Ford
spaceship.
She has a Ford spaceship. A Ford XL spaceship.
Candace.
But
Yeah.
I think that's she should be pissed off.
Well, and it's just funny. Like, okay,
That it's at the
here's
church.
my thing. Like, yeah, it's at church, and like you just went
And
to
it's
church.
probably one of
and-
those
Yeah,
big
calm
ass
it down.
Yeah, and
I
you're
think.
leaving church, so I would think you'd be in a refreshed mindset to be
Yeah.
like, oh, maybe they didn't realize, or it was an accident,
Right.
or whatever. Like, and I got to climb in on the other side of the car, and thank goodness I can't do that. And I'm
Right.
not like
Because I'm a little thing.
Yeah.
Yes. So it
Why'd
just
she jump to the...
and like the
Angst.
urge. This is what I'm saying. The urge to post
To
about
post
it.
about
So
it.
true.
Don't post about it.
Yeah.
Because if you
You're right.
so
That is a story you tell your family, and you're like, you guys, this was crazy.
You know
Absolutely.
if you go to that fucking crazy church that she probably goes to, which is like it's an entire fucking city building.
She was in the church bulletin next week. I'll tell you that. They're like, oh, Candace
Yeah,
shamed our parking, and Pastor John was the car that parked next
Was
to
the
her.
one that did it? Yeah.
And he's very sorry. And
You know,
true.
the person knows that they park. They're like, oh, oops.
I mean, maybe they don't realize. Like sometimes, if you don't have any passengers, you wouldn't know.
I agree
There
with that
are-
too.
I wanna know though. This is a mystery now. This is a whole mystery that we got going on here.
Okay.
I want to know is it her shitty parking or someone else's shitty
Well,
parking?
that's, I think, the inception of all this.
Right.
right.
At the end of the day, it doesn't matter.
And-
You're still getting your car out. It's not like you're double parked.
Right, but
That would be unforgivable for me. If
Right.
you double park me.
But I think though,
What a waste of a story.
But like, you can't open your door enough to
Enough.
get in.
That's true.
Then
That's pretty rough.
Then there's either like shitty,
I've been
like it's
there,
a shitty
though.
parking, right? But
I don't tell my followers about it.
Right.
I
That's
mean,
my
I don't
point.
have as
I would
many
tell my
followers.
I would always tell my followers.
Would
I have
you?
so many followers. You don't even.
I
you
would
guys
tell
don't
my
even know.
pals or my family. Like
But there's
you said.
there's no, there's something fucky about that. I think she's just like, I think she's just being a,
Yeah.
just being a weirdo about
I
it.
think we're aligned.
I was gonna say bitch, but that's not. I don't mean that.
I don't
I know what
think
you're
that's
saying.
what she's being.
I
I,
thought
think
that,
she's being
and I don't mean that.
a wacko.
She's just
All
being
right.
weird. She's being weird about
Okay.
it. Candace, calm down.
I think maybe the movie also got you all hot and bothered.
I know. How could it not, right? Natalie, do you have anything you'd like to plug in the pluggy time?
Not right now. Working on writing some musical music that I'll hopefully
Brad
be able to plug soon with Brad Camp and my friend TJ Pfeiffer.
There you go. Little
Brad.
TJ. What a cutie.
You can find me on Drew But With Pants, or me But With Pants on Twitter.
Yeah.
Drew But With Pants on Instagram. Me With Pants on Twitter, because they don't let you have the extra two things. You can also find my band, The Limbos, on all the places that you can listen to music on.
Wonderful. Thank you both for being here. And thank you, listeners, for checking back in with Lifetime in Court. We watch these movies, so you don't have to. But if you do, we'd love to hear from you. You can follow me at Patrick Miguel or the podcast at Lifetime in Court. Don't forget to rate and review us on Apple Podcasts. Okay, happy holidays, because I've been saying Merry Christmas, but I should say happy holidays to include everyone.
No, Merry Christmas.
Happy holidays.